While cable news obsesses over President Trump's future, Tucker Carlson's past, and whatever Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez does, there is a crisis bubbling over in our hemisphere that deserves much more attention because of where it could lead this country. The crisis is in Venezuela, 1,600 miles south of the Florida border. Incredibly, what was already a horrible situation has become even worse. A power shortage is causing a nationwide blackout. Gasoline is in short supply, and violence is rampant as people fight for food, medicine, and other basic supplies. And in a move that should concern all Americans, the United States has removed all remaining diplomatic personnel from the U.S. Embassy in Caracas. It should concern all Americans because removing personnel from a U.S. embassy is often a prelude to military intervention. At the center of the crisis is Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. There is evidence that he rigged an election to retain power, which prompted the president of the National Assembly, Juan Guaido, to appoint himself as president of the country until free and fair elections can be held, which is allowed by the Venezuelan Constitution. The United States immediately recognized Guaido as the new president of Venezuela and has been putting more and more pressure on Maduro to step down. The Trump administration is not hiding the fact that it is willing to use the military if necessary.
Nicolas Maduro must go. His time is up, and the United States is going to continue to keep all options on the table, working closely with President Guaido until democracy is restored.
Well, there are no signs that Maduro is ready to step down. In fact, there are signs that he is digging in, but there are also signs that the United States is ready to send in troops. 5,000 troops to be exact. That's what National Security Advisor John Bolton had written on a yellow legal pad as he was leaving the White House. 5,000 troops to Colombia, which borders Venezuela. I have some national security advice for our National Security Advisor. Invest in a briefcase. Bolton is a well-known war hawk who, according to several reports, has been pushing a Western Hemisphere strategy for regime change in Venezuela, Cuba, and Nicaragua, countries he claims threaten American interests. There is nothing wrong at all with putting pressure on countries in the Western Hemisphere to be friendlier to the United States. In fact, it's expected. But there is something deeply wrong with using a humanitarian crisis as an excuse to send in the military. You may remember that when Donald Trump ran for president, he condemned military interventionism and unnecessary wars, and he brags that he has kept his promises more than any other president, according to him. And I supported his announcement that he was removing troops from Syria and especially Afghanistan, ending America's longest war. Now, if he gives in to the war hawks in his administration, who are itching to send the military into Venezuela, not only will the president be breaking a promise, but that action will define his presidency. And if recent history is any indication, it doesn't turn out well. I'm Larry Menti. We'll talk to you again soon.